Greetings. Today I'm gonna be making makeshifting a plug, and I thought I'll film it. So what I've got here is a laptop that I haven't got a charger for, and it's a usual laptop, 19 volts at 3-4 amps. That's what this one's calling for, 19 and a half, but yeah, 19 will do it just right. Yeah, the plug, and you know, some time ago every mobile phone had a different plug, and that was a nightmare. And then micro USB came, and yeah, the government told them, okay, this is nonsense, start using micro USB on every phone, that's mandatory, otherwise you'll pay huge fines. And most of the manufacturers, excluding a couple of horrible ones, but yeah, micro USB charger became standard, and it's so much easier. You can, anywhere you get to, there's a likelihood that you'll have a charger. But anyways, I digress. Laptops are not the same, so they're not on the same level. Every bloody laptop has got a different charger. Lenovo, Sony, HP, you know, the plugs are not the same, and most of them are 19 volts at about 3-4 amps. So what's the problem? Why are they making it so difficult? I don't get it. Anyways, I need to charge this laptop. I haven't got a plug for it. I do have a plug pack that will, I'm not sure what kind of laptop this came from, but I think it works, and it does, I'm looking upside down, 19 volts, 3.42 amps, so good enough. That will work. The only thing is that the plug on here, that's probably HP, so it's marginally different from the other one, but it's different enough so it doesn't fit. So we're gonna have to cut this off and make our own one. And now, normally it's quite straightforward to make a quick plug out of something, just bend some wires and stuff them in, and you know, hold them with electrical tape. But I want to make this one somewhat permanent. So I want this to, you know, to last for a while, because I will be using it. So for that reason, I thought I'll you know, put some effort into it so it lasts a while, and I'll shoot the video. Okay, first of all, let's check that the thing works actually before we do anything. Whoops, just made a sparky. 19.21 volts, so yeah, all good. This is what we need. Be careful with not to short it out. Off with the plug. And we've got a concentric cable. Okay, a lot of the laptop chargers actually are concentric cable. I'm not sure whether that's just to make it easier for bendy longevity thing, or whether it's for some sort of you know, noise reduction thingy magic. But okay, doesn't matter, I guess. Let's strip the cable, and now we've got the cable. It's quite safe to assume that the center core is the positive and outer is negative, but I don't like to assume, because some say it's every time you assume you make an ass out of you and me. And yeah, so center's positive. Also, I once assumed the red will be positive and black negative on some Chinese equipment, and that resulted in me having to replace quite a lot of components that burnt out due to the reverse polarity. Okay, this is what I'm going to be using. Just some copper wire. This is a 1mm diameter copper wire that I had a section for a while. I'll need a screw as a template, and I'll use a piece of pencil to hold it in place. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So as far as the plug, if I try to draw it somewhat accurately, and it's not to scale, but you get the idea. So this is the outer diameter of the plug, and here is a negative connector. It's just a spring contact in here, and in here in the middle, this is the positive, and this is just an insulator around it. So we need first something that's gonna push all the way in and touch to this, and the inside is just about right for this wire, so we can have a straight pin going into it. Okay, so first of all I'm gonna need a large piece of this wire, so I'll try to untangle one strand. And first of all we need to make it somewhat straight, so easy way to do it is just use a screwdriver and kind of pull it against it a couple of times. So now to do it, I've picked up this screw, and this screw is the outer diameter of the screw is just tiny bit larger than the outer diameter of the inner piece in the socket in the laptop. So this is what I'm going to use to wind this whole thing up, and I need to do the winding so it goes towards the screw, because it will be really difficult to make it long enough otherwise. So this is basically what I'm doing, is I'm making a coil out of this copper wire that's going to be, this is going to become the tube that plugs makes the outer connector of the plug. Okay, that's long enough. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So we've got just a coiled up copper wire, and we've got another pin. I've just cut the rest of the wire off, and this will go inside of it like so, to form the inside pin. So this already I did a test fit, and it's yeah, it makes the right connector, and it even clicks in into place. So that's good. But because it's coiled up, it's nothing's holding it together. So when I pull it out, it puts it under tension and stretches out the spring. So what I need to do now is, with the use of helping hand, apply some solder to this, and not much, but it's just to keep it you know, in one piece, so it doesn't stretch out anymore. And I'll probably need some rosin flux as well. With this now all soldered up, what I'm going to do is take a piece of pencil that I've just cut off and make it so that this fits over the pencil, and then I'm going to drill out the graphite inner core in the pencil, so it will form some sort of holding thingy for the whole for the plug. Okay, so this is how it works together. So then I'll use some epoxy to hold it in place, and I just need to take the graphite out of the pencil now. So I marked over here with a tape how much I need this to stick out, the center pin, so it should be all the way up to here. So what I'm going to do now is put it in place, and I'm going to do that by means of epoxy. So I'm going to squeeze out a tiny bit. Okay, so now, because I don't want to get the whole wire dirty with epoxy, what's the way I want this to be. The way I want to do this is first insert it to the pencil, and now I'm going to get the wire just ahead of it, covered in epoxy, and this way I can just wedge the whole thing inside, and that's going to sit in quite well. Okay, that's all set in. So now a little bit more epoxy, and I'm gonna put the outer sleeve on. So I've just got some pre-mixed over here, and that's just gonna go on the outside edges of the pencil. Okay, I've got this whole thing solidified, and I've got the wire pre-cut, so it connects like so. So now I'm just gonna tin those wires. Okay, and with a little bit of heat shrink on both cables, I should be able to get those soldered in. Plug like so. That's all connected. Now I've got a piece of the red insulation that the copper wire was in, and I'm going to add this in here, so it forms I guess something for the in a way of a strain relief. So it's just gonna add a little bit of thickness and rigidity to just to the cable at the very first bit, so it's not going to bend itself out of the way. Yeah, and a piece of heat shrink to go over the whole thing from the top. Like so. Okay, there we go. That's a completed self-manufactured plug for an Evo laptop connector. Let's see. And yeah, let's test it. Click, holds in. This is quite firmly, and yay, contact. So there you go. This is how you can make a somewhat easily quite robust concentric plug for your power supply laptop thingy majig. It's far easier to get the right one in the first place, but sometimes you just have a power supply and your other one died or what else, and you need to make something. This took about 10 minutes to make, or maybe a little bit longer, because I was waiting about 10 minutes for the epoxy to set, but in terms of work it's actually about 10 minutes worth of work, if that. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe for more random stuff. For the time being, take care.